morning, YouTube. Top of the morning to you. Getting back into the swing of things, making these videos for you. It's not that I don't like making the videos, it's just still odd to me. I took my shoes off prematurely because we gotta go get fuel at the fuel islands here and a scale ticket. So, that's what we're about to do. We spent the night here at the TA. We did not go home last night. Why? Because it's more sensible to stay out the week and a half that we're going to stay out before my birthday and go home, empty out the truck on a longer home time. So I'm not just trying to shove everything into the Jeep, and I'd probably leave everything in the Jeep until I got home on my birthday. So we get home on my birthday, I can go in and take my time and offload the trailer, put everything away nice. I'm not trying to rush around for trying to get to the next load, and it's just a little bit more the ability to work is a little bit is better. So we spent the day here yesterday, all night, and we were able to grab a reset. Like we just finished. As soon as I turned my clock on, we swapped over a new fresh clock. It was fantastic. So that's a great thing that we did. I know there's a Peterbilt coming around the corner. There he is. They don't have a scale here? Oh, there it is. I was like, where's the scale at? We gotta get a scale ticket. We gotta get an empty scale ticket. So I do want to have all the fuel be as heavy as I can before I get that scale ticket. Because they load to weight. They load to the weight of your truck. That's how they can max out the product they're gonna give. Because it's sacks of powder. What powder it is, I can't remember. But we've done, it's kind of like the sacks of dirt from Mexico that we got. It's just a sack of something else. So we're gonna pull into the fuel islands here. It's really, really windy out, so I'm not gonna film this process. You guys have seen me fuel a few times, but I probably should do a little bit more different angles and everything. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, give me 5 minutes. All right, we're all nice and topped off. Let's go over to that fuel island or the fuel desk and get a scale ticket. Well, we gotta go get scaled first. I think my air compressor is going bad. I gotta get it checked. Into the entrance like they own the joint, like alright buddy, you don't get a pull through or pull up. I do need to know what this truck weighs empty. Now you're supposed to really do it with like 3/4 of a tank, but I like to make sure I'm extra heavy and fat.
First way or re-weigh?
First way, please.
What's the tractor number?
143.
Okay, you're good.
Bye, thank you. And that's as simple as that. Have any of you guys used the app? There's an app for this. Have any of you guys used it? Let me know in the comments below if you used the app before. I'm genuinely curious because I want to know if it's faster, if it's accurate, and worth it. Because a lot of the times you need a scale ticket, like a printed scale ticket, because I got to hand over a scale ticket to the shipper so they can get an accurate weight of how much they're going to give me. Go right back to our parking spot that we had just on the other side of the cattle hauler. Alright guys, let me run in there and grab this real quick and then we will be on our way. Yeah, see, I think my compressor's going out. I don't like that. We're not really building air. And I haven't done anything. I got a compressor going out. It's not just a rock, it's a boulder. That is, again, the only SpongeBob quote I know. All drivers must check in at the shipping and receiving office, east end of the building. Alright, we're gonna go that way.
You have reached the destination Arcosa Specialty Materials Moreland. The destination is on your right.
Looks like we need our Bob the Builder outfit. That's not that bad. That's not that difficult. that looks like kind of what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be tarping against the wind. I don't know why I use my turn signal for that. Safety, I guess. We're going to go with safety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 straps. Alright, alright. Alright, let's go check in. Alright, guys. This is the horrible side of trucking. My glasses, my sunglasses are absolutely disgusting. Waited probably about 20 minutes for the pickup number because it wasn't in the rate con. Rate con is the rate confirmation number. Rate confirmation means you got the load. You are contracted to do the load. It has all the load information, where it's picking up, where it's going to, the weight, the commodity, sometimes, most of the time, and all the pickup information. Well, I didn't get a load in the load pickup number, and I just got one, and it was picked up 2 hours ago. Which is, it happens. It's double booked. 2 brokers bidding on, you know, the same load, and they don't talk to each other. Blah, 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 blah. Absolutely annoying. So, that's just what we have to deal with out here. And it sucks. So now we're waiting to see if we actually have a load, or we're gonna go find something else. There are 35 loads in the area. All of them are pretty crappy. You know, going down in Louisiana was going to be a really good 37 loads. Going into the best one, going into North Carolina, under $2. It's a Mercer load. If they put it on $2 a mile, their drivers would jump on it. I can't be mad. Can't be mad. Just, you got to roll with the punches out here. Just got to roll with it. So, waiting on the travel agent to get with the broker and send over another pickup number. Maybe they got one. Maybe they don't. I don't know. It's noon. They stopped loading at like 3. So, and we have just enough time to get down there. So, I don't know. I have no idea. So, I will cut back in once we figure out what's going on. Not happy at all. Wind noise is going to be absolutely horrendous. I do apologize. Let's go on the other side. As you can tell behind me, we got loaded. The broker, I'm guaranteeing the winds, the audio on this is going to be absolutely a nightmare. But the broker fat fingered a number. So this is our load, and I'm going to sit here and strap it and tarp it so we can get on the road. I'll throw a couple and then get to work. minutes short because I had to battle this wind and tarping. It took me a little longer than it needed to tarp this load. Strapping it, I was done in 15 minutes. It took me 45 to do a tarp. Nope, I don't know where my headset is. Alright guys, so we are done for the day. Here's how this is working. And I'm gonna walk up there. This truck stop, really big. Pretty empty. It's like an oil field yard. We are in Mutual, Oklahoma. And this truck stop has a drive-through Sonic for semi-trucks. I needed to stop my clock so I can start at midnight tonight, so I can drive through midnight to early morning. But I seen the drive-through for a semi-truck. I would love to get it. I would love to go through it just for the experience, to say I did it. I think there's 2 of these in the United States. I think there's 2. And if this place is open at midnight, I'm going to go through it at midnight just to go through it. So hopefully it's 24 hours Sonic or whatever. I don't think there are 24-hour Sonics, but we're going to go in here. I'm going to get lunch/dinner, go to the bathroom, and do all that kind of fun stuff. I gotta charge the camera because apparently I didn't do that, or I was. There you guys go. You have the power. And we'll put you guys back up there. And I'm gonna. Get rocked to sleep because it's a very windy day. Hopefully the wind dies down tonight. So, get the paperwork off the floor so little man doesn't trample it, put his paw prints all over it. And then I'll probably take you guys in there later tonight. But that's what we're doing so far, and that's what we got. My stereo needs to be readjusted too. So, I will see you a little bit later today, or probably tonight. It'll be a really dark video. We'll have to figure that out. Alright guys, I will catch you guys in a little bit. Absolutely the best dinner, lunch, brunch, luncher, whatever is in between lunch and dinner. I had a roast beef sandwich, roast beef panini. Absolutely, oof. And a thing of chili. I'm blown away, just blown away by it. Look at that windmill. You know, global warming, you know, without those fans, we would be so hot. Those are what are cooling the earth down. If that's not spinning, it'd be so hot right now. But it's cooling the earth. That's cooling the earth. Keeping the climate nice and cool. You know, it's producing a lot of wind. It's making the atmosphere, you know, cooler and more enjoyable. The more they have on, the cooler it gets. And that's why we have winter. You know, they turn on the fans in the fall and it cools down the earth so much that it starts to snow. So, you know, it's all because of these things right here. Look at them all. You can see them. They're all over the place. They're even in the back. You know, Bob's back there, but they're out front. There's one out there. So, technology, science. But it was the best lunch, dinner thing that I got out here on the road. It was a nice little bistro in there. I'm gonna walk in there later tonight, because I'm gonna be up at like midnight, and we're gonna go and grab a couple snackies for the road, and then make the 8-hour drive in the morning. We'll drive all night. Not ideal, but you got to play the clock game, which means I will put this on tomorrow's video as well, because I guess I'm doing like a trip videos now, because they're this short. 2 days worth of footage on one, which is fine. You guys understand. I'd rather give a good quality video than it'd just be like 5 minutes of me just sitting here talking about nothing. But I'm gonna get in the back and close up the curtains, drop the window blinds, and pass out. I got food coma now, so this is like the best time for me to just pass out, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I will see you guys in the morning. Well, at midnight, we'll go in there. We'll do a little walkthrough. It's a simple convenience store, but there's a restaurant, there's a Sonic, and a little bistro. I went to the bistro, and I was not disappointed. Oh my God, that hit the spot perfectly. But I'll leave you with the Planet Coolers. You can hear that thing going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. But, alright guys, I'm going to bed. You all have a great time in what you guys are doing. I will see you when it's dark out. Alright, good morning YouTube. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. We got ourselves a load. Oh, it's Thursday morning, by the way. Totally skipped yesterday, totally skipped Wednesday, because we offloaded our load that we got on Tuesday. We drove through midnight. We got up at around like midnight, drove all the way up to 8 o'clock, got an on-time delivery. Hardly slept that night. It was real hard to wake up, do 3 hours of driving, and then immediately try to force yourself to go back to bed so you can drive night. So we got offloaded, and I was having some problems, and I think I figured out the problem. I have an air leak in my transmission. That's the only viable, sensible place for the air leak. So we'll have to go to a dealership at some point and try to get that fixed before it becomes a major issue. It'll be covered under warranty, so I'm not really too concerned about that. And I'm going home in 2 weeks, so hopefully I'm going to call up the Kenworth dealership down in Pueblo, about 30 minutes away from my house, and see if they have time on a weekend on my birthday to drop the truck off and get it fixed. Hopefully it's not that hard of a fix, and it's just something that we can grab real quick and move on. Or hopefully a few days later just go up to the yard and have it fixed up there. I don't know. But yeah, I had that in the shot. Luckily it's in the shot. That makes sense to that person. Oh, there it is. Oh, you were seeing the shadow. Let me get that properly in frame. I'm sure that makes sense, and it is very useful for that person, and there's a reason for that. But to me, that just looks odd. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to worry about it. Again, it makes sense to that person, and there's a reason why it's there. I don't know the reason. I'm not going to speculate. It's not my truck. Not my business. It just looks odd. Because there's another truck with the actual load on it. It's that one. There's sand hoppers that go on there. I don't have one close by, but his ladder is strapped to the back of his trailer, right above the taillights. I know you guys can't see it that well because it's so far away, and the GoPro does just... It's good for up close stuff like this, but it's not good for distance and anything like that. So it is what it is. So we're gonna mosey on, get these crane parts. I'll probably just make a 3-day video and get this out on that. And then we'll finish out the weekend with the new load up in Tennessee. Need a load that has a little bit of meat on the bones for Friday, tomorrow, for the weekend, and we'll be great. But I'm gonna start waking up a little bit better and get out on the road. Hit that like button, the subscribe button. I probably already said this in Tuesday's video, but I'm doing great on the scribbles. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Deeply appreciate y'all, and I will see you in just a few. Everyone's getting ready to roll out. The Matrix knows I'm getting ready to move. Alright guys, I'll catch you here in a second. Alright ladies and gentlemen, this is not the location. We want to go over one. We'll clear everything. They're over there in the yonder distance. So, oh, yeah, seatbelt, seatbelt, oh my God. I might die. Alright. Is it this driveway or the next driveway? I'm gonna say it's the next one. Where that pickup's gonna come out of. Okay, we got enough room. Matt trucks that way. Alright. Oh my God. That was a bump. And this is why I gotta take off those lower side fairings, because they're just way too low to the ground. And especially if we're going to be continuously doing flatbed stuff, we definitely need to make sure that we have some ground clearance. Matt trucks this way. Truck here. I gotta do some work. Oh. All right. I guess we're gonna stop here and talk to these guys. All right, guys. Under 30 minutes. This is the load. We're all strapped, ready to go. All right. Out here looking like Bob the Builder. So now we're on our way to Tennessee. All right. Whew. Just started working up a straight sweat at the end. Whew, all right. Let's plug you guys back in. Make sure everything's good. Take out my boots. Get comfortable for the ride. And we check the GPS just to make sure we're good to roll. Nine hours, 50 minutes to the destination. We might make it all the way into that. I don't know. All right, where's that cheap Love's at? We're gonna go that way. Had to do some GPSing. Get our seatbelt on so we don't get yelled at by the truck. We're a little heavy. I can feel her. Definitely tell we got a load back there. All right, guys. We will see you here in just a minute. Gotta swing her out wide to make this turn. real nice and early. That way whenever we go do our strap test, we know if it held up right. Out of there in 30 minutes. It was 30 minutes on the dot. I like that. The sun's gonna be up by the time I close out this video, so we're gonna do an early closeout while we're still driving. We still got about 2.5 hours. It is 6 o'clock at night, or 6 o'clock in the evening, not night. Sun, Bob's still up there, barely, but he's behind us. We got ourselves a load going to Salt Lake City tomorrow after we drop off these crane mats. It's a load of insulation, about 10,000 pounds. It does need to be tarped, so hopefully they got a tarp machine because that stuff's tall. It said it needs 6-foot tarps, so got to get up there and tarp that stuff. It normally is the whole trailer length, so we'll be kind of tall tomorrow. But that's all right. It's nice, light, easy strap job. Just the tarps are going to be slightly annoying, but that's, yeah, no worries there. I'm debating if I want to do another hour and a half and just stop, because we got plenty of time to roll in the morning, and then we'll go pick up our our new pickup. We'll go get delivered, and then we'll go get our pickup. It's 189 miles away as the crow flies. At least that's what the travel agent quoted me at. So it'll be about a 3-hour jaunt to go get picked up and then backtrack across. And we'll probably get to Fort Riley, and then we'll get from Fort Riley over to the house, or close to the house. Maybe go stop at my favorite burger place over there on 70 on Saturday, and then we'll make it in Sunday, and then we have a morning delivery on Monday, and then we're gonna bounce around the west, the Midwest there, because we're gonna go home on Friday, next Friday. We got about a week. We have about a week to drive. You know, get as much money as we can before I take off for my birthday and the holiday, Veterans Day coming up. And yeah. That's pretty much all I got. I don't know where we're gonna stop. I'm gonna think about it for a little bit. I kind of want to be. We're gonna be just outside Nashville for delivery, and it's 6 o'clock now. We might be able to get through Nashville unscathed. We got about 15 minutes on our clock if I just drive it straight to the stop that I want to be, and we're about 20 minutes away from that. If I go all the way in, I am 2 minutes short. So I'm trying to debate with myself if I want to call it at least an hour and a half early, or drive an hour and a half, call it, run the extra hour in tomorrow, and then go out to the delivery and then push as hard as I can after that. So that's kind of the gist of what we're going to be looking at. I think that's what I'll do, because I know parking's going to get really, really tight, especially around Nashville. So I might stop the west side of Nashville, do Nashville early in the morning before rush hour, get offloaded, and then back across, because we got to go east to go west. Technically it's east to go west, but you know, this way is a lot better for you guys to understand. But alright guys, I'm gonna go back to my book and relax for a little bit, try to figure out what I want to do. I think Bob finally made it behind the trees. I can take my sunglasses off. I had eye surgery, and bright lights are killer. I can see tremendously if my eyes are good and dry, or not dried, or good and watered, and I'm not tired. I can see the copyright date on the bottom of the eye chart, and I'll read it to the nurse, and they're like, "You can see that?" I was like, "Yeah, yes I can." But if my eyes are tired and dry, I have a little bit of a blur, a little bit of a the starry pattern, like the stigmatism or whatever it's called. That comes back because I'm tired. But yeah, bright lights hurt. I don't know where I was going with that ramble there. So I'm gonna sit here and continue driving. I'm gonna find a place an hour and a half away. I'll be about 70, 80 miles more to go. Maybe like about 100 miles, and then we'll call it we'll shut down for the night, and then we'll pick it up early in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we'll do real quick early, get offloaded, and go get the next one. Alright guys, I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Figure out what I do. Well, that's the thing. And it's a sensor. The sensor went out. It's inside the transmission. They have to drop the transmission and change out the sensor. It's on the top part where they can't just reach in and grab it. I don't want to listen to you ding ding all day. So we're going to shut the truck off. I am about an hour away from the delivery. We haven't delivered yet. We stopped at a TA about 6 miles up the road. Truck ran fine yesterday. Seen that it had a little bit of an air leak or something wrong. Just wasn't building air. And today I think the sensor finally went. Hiccups every time I talk to you guys. I have no idea why. Like I'm allergic to you guys. But I also did shove just like 3 bites of burrito in my mouth right before I turned the camera on. Because I was on the phone with maintenance and dispatch and being like, well, I got a problem. So they are looking at getting me a tow truck because it's 27 miles away. I can't make that with a truck. It was a rough time to getting it to here. I actually couldn't shift gears in the middle of the parking lot, blocking pretty much the whole parking lot, until it finally, the sensor finally got into a spot that I could do something with it, and I got it back into a spot. This is trucking. Trucking, your truck breaks. Every now and again, your truck will break down. It will have an issue. And this is the second time that this truck has had this problem with this sensor. So it is mildly annoying because it's covered under warranty. So it's a warranty fix. So the tow might be covered under warranty. But 27 miles from here to there is going to be expensive, no matter what. So that's the thing. We are waiting for a word on maintenance to come rescue me. And that's all we can do. I'll probably sit here and edit the video, and the conclusion of this very moment will be on the next video. So you have to stay tuned, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can see how this all plays out. There's a fog rolling in. It's coming in behind me. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but this is trucking. This is trucking. What a morning. What a morning. I'm gonna eat my breakfast, then I'm gonna go back there and edit this video. Wait on a tow truck. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next one.